to a garden party to reminisce with my old friends. A chance to share old memories and play our songs again. When I got
The Mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO. Good afternoon. Welcome back to The Drive. I'm Dan Michaels. Paulie Alliance is producing today, and Paul Juergens is in the KFGO News Center. Thanks so much for being with us. Text Club is 35270. 35270. Love to hear from you. You can call us anytime on the Laney studio line. It's 237-5948, 237-5948. Garden Party was Ricky Nelson's last top 40 hit, a big hit in 1972, and it takes us sort of outside to the garden in Moorhead. The Moorhead Farmers Market is opening today. Moorhead Parks and Recreation announced today that the 8th annual Moorhead Farmers Market. Throughout December, you'll be able to enjoy fresh, locally grown produce, jams, salsa, meats, handcrafted items, plants, dog treats, and lots more. It's going to be taking place at Moorhead Ace Hardware. And to tell us all about it, this is a great time of year, isn't it, when we've turned a corner and we get back out to our farmers markets, and they're throughout the valley, and we can all go to these things. The weather's supposed to be beautiful. I know we could sure use some good rain showers around here, but boy, the weather's supposed to be just super this week. Time to get outside. COVID hopefully getting in a place in our rearview mirror and behind us, and we can get back into life a little bit. Joining us a little bit today to talk about what's going on with the Moorhead Farmers Market is Recreation Coordinator for Moorhead Parks and Rec, Trevor Magnuson. Hi, Trevor. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing really well. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's our pleasure. How are things over at Moorhead Parks?
Things are great. This summer we're getting back to full steam with a lot of our activities and events. And as we just introduced, our farmers market kicks off today with a few other things as well. So we're excited to get the community out and recreating in all of our parks and facilities again, but also just kind of getting out and being a community together again as well.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said that better myself. We'll talk about some of those other things, if you don't mind, in a moment. But let's talk about the Moorhead Farmers Market, because that's going on today, right, Trevor?
Yeah, so our opening day is kicking off right now. We're actually down open at Moorhead Ace until 6 p.m. Every Tuesday from 3 to 6 at that same location with vendors that, you kind of heard in your intro, a lot of different items for everyone to come enjoy. So we're looking forward to another exciting summer out there. We are a little bit smaller of a market. We'll get about 10 to 15 vendors each week. Once July rolls around is when the few produce vendors we have start rolling in. But right now we have a lot of vendors out here that you heard it, the jams, the salsas. We got some pet treats, some herbs, some plants and things. So if you're driving home from work, stop on out to Moorhead Ace and take a peek to see a neat little sneak peek of what you'll see the rest of the summer too. Yeah,
Moorhead Ace Hardware, by the way, is located at 26th Street South in Moorhead. What's that right next to, in case somebody's looking for a landmark, Trevor?
M&H is kind of right across the
Yep.
street there, but the most popular spot that listeners have been to is Moorhead Dairy Queen, just a couple blocks down. So you'll be able to find it on your way to get a dilly bar.
There you go. Now you're talking my language. I'm going to stop in, get some jams, some salsas, some dog treats, and stop at the Moorhead DQ. That's right.
Yeah, we'll shout out to them.
Well, I know Troy pretty well, too. And, boy, they do a great job over at the Moorhead DQ. Moorhead Farmers Market also accepts SNAP benefits. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this has been something that's been important to our market, to get people that need food assistance, to give them access to kind of some fresh products and to support those vendors too. We work with First Presbyterian Church here in town to kind of run that program, and they work with Hunger Solutions of Minnesota while doing something neat that if an individual were to spend $10 on their SNAP EBT card, that will actually match them an additional $10. So they'll get $20 worth of tokens to use at our vendors to kind of get some of those fresh goods when only spending 10.
You know what, Trevor? We've been talking a lot about incentivizing things, particularly trying to incentivize, getting your shot, for the COVID deal and stuff like that. This is a great incentive to get out and eat fresh foods by adding that $10 to the SNAP eligible program.
Yeah, and we actually have a couple other incentive programs. One that we started last year, and we've kind of expanded a bit on it this year. Our Power of Produce Club, which is actually for kids ages 4 to 12, gives them an opportunity to kind of get involved in the decision making when it comes to those groceries. And kids that are signed up get $2 worth of tokens free each week through the end of September while our funding lasts. And that's to be spent on a produce item, fruits, vegetables, plants that produce those items work. So that's something neat, trying to get the kids a little bit more involved, get more families out there. And then this year we've actually added that same program for individuals that are 55 and older to kind of get the same thing. We want to just promote healthy eating throughout the community. Funding from that came from Essentia Health, so we're really thankful for that partnership as well.
By the way, if you would like to take advantage of this, now this is $2 worth of tokens to spend on produce items for kids 4 to 12, moms and dads, grandmas, grandpas, and individuals 55 and plus, moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas. So you can spend that on produce items, and all you have to do is register on site once you get there, or you can do it online. How do you register on site? So let's just say nobody's going to do that on their computer. They're going to do it while they're there.
Right.
They walk up to somebody and say something, or is there a place they would go?
Yeah, so you'll see at the market we do have an information booth where our staff is set up, and the ladies down there will be able to help you out. There's just a short little registration form that we need on our back end to help track some things. But once you're submitted, it's as easy as that, and you're on the list for the rest of the summer.
Boy, take advantage of that. It's $2 a week of produce, which is, not an insignificant amount of produce, by the way, for what that's charged with.
Right. And right now, with not a lot of produce vendors there, people are able to stack those tokens until July when we get more of those items that people might be looking for. So, there's 18 weeks of our farmers market, so that's $36 free people can kind of get towards these items, and if they have multiple kids, it could really go a long way.
Hey, absolutely. $36 per person, by the way. Trevor Magnuson, Recreation Coordinator for Moorhead Parks and Recreation, is joining us. So I would imagine there's some people that are hearing this that actually sell these products too. Is there room for more vendors to join, and how do they do it?
Yeah, definitely. We've always prided ourselves on being a little bit more intimate market. Like I said, we get about 10 to 15 vendors each week. But produce vendors are always welcome. It's always something we're getting asked to have more of. So if there are people out there that, sell those kinds of items, please get a hold of us. Even other items, like I said, we have handcrafted items. We've had people sell soaps and lotions, different things like that. Really, I'm open to kind of chatting with whoever to kind of make our market a bit more diverse, a bit more dynamic, to kind of allow something for everyone. But if they were to give our office a call at 218-299-5296, I'd be happy to chat with them to see if we can find a place for them at our market.
Okay, so there you go. The Moorhead Farmers Market is sponsored by American Crystal and Lemke Home Improvements. The Moorhead Farmers Market and Moorhead Parks and Rec, a member of the Minnesota Farmers Market as well. Now, there are other events. We got a couple of minutes left. Trevor, some other things you wanted to make sure we mentioned about Moorhead Parks.
Yeah, so as I kind of started in the intro here, this summer it's going to be go for us again. And this week we actually open up our kayak rentals down at the Yum Comes Landing tonight as well. So from 5 to 8 p.m. on Tuesdays, and then on the weekends from 11 to 6 on Saturdays, 12 to 6 on Sundays. Take advantage of that opportunity to get out on the Red River, get a little recreation time there. We have canoes and kayaks, tandem kayaks available to rent. We work with river keepers in town on that program of ours. So that's really exciting for people there to stay active. And then next week we kick off our River Art kind of concert series down in Memorial Park. Our pool's opening up, our municipal pool's opening up on Wednesday, June 9th, and then we have a kind of kickoff event, our dive into summer event at the pool on the 10th next week. So keep an eye on our Facebook page, our website for all those activities, for more information to come. But yeah, we're excited to get people out and enjoying enjoying all that we have to offer here at Moorhead Parks again.
And everybody's so cranked to get outside and play. And it looks like Mother Nature's going to cooperate with you big time as far as, kayak and canoe rentals and the pool's opening. Looks like it's going to get super hot.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure people stay hydrated. Bring some bottles of water along. We got 60 degrees weekend, very warm. It would be a fun activity to get out. Our wading pool's open for kids this weekend too, so there's a lot of opportunities for people to get out of the house again.
So, Trevor, before we let you go here today, do you have to work with Don Franklin over there?
I work with Don, yeah.
Yeah, do you have any dirt on her that you can announce on the air?
No, nothing that I can share here.
You're scared. You're scared, aren't you? You're scared to do that because she'll get you.
No.
Huh?
No, Don will probably share more dirt on me than I can share on her, but she's a great asset to us.
Oh, boy, you are scared of her. I can tell it from Don's in charge of skating, of course, over at the Moorhead Parks, and she's wonderful. But we'd like to tease her. 4:52 at the Mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO. Trevor Magnuson, who is recreation coordinator with the Moorhead Parks and Recreation Department. It's going on right now till 6 o'clock. Moorhead Farmers Market. This is their first one, and they go till 6 o'clock tonight. They're right across the street from M&H store. They're right on 6th Street, 26th Street, just down the block from the Moorhead DQ. So get over there. They're open until 6 o'clock tonight. Trevor, what a treat to have you on today, sir. I hope we'll do this again before the end of the summer, okay?
Yeah, you bet. We'll take care.
Take care. You bet. Have a good evening. Trevor Magnuson with Moorhead Parks and Rec. Can't believe it. I couldn't get him to say anything naughty about Don Franklin. 4:52, you're listening to The Drive with Dan Michaels on the Mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO.
Get all the information on downtown Fargo